Yo, what's up, guys? This is David Huang coming at you from supplementsuperhero.com, and today I'm going to be talking about some Zac Efron bodybuilding tips and the simple truth, the shockingly honest truth about how he got in phenomenal shape for his recent movies like Neighbors, Baywatch, so on and so forth. So, a lot of people are talking about Zac Efron and just how he got super jacked and just super ripped. He's been getting a lot of publicity, especially with the recent Baywatch movie that just came out. And there's a lot of blogs and YouTube videos that are kind of piggybacking off of it and just not really giving you guys just clear answers about what Zac Efron actually did. So I really wanted to actually tackle this and really just explain in plain, simple English how Zac Efron got super ripped based on the personal research that I conducted. So basically, in terms of diet, he went on a he got on a strict meal plan. From what I could tell, there wasn't really a whole lot of information about all the specifics of what he ate, but basically he got on a meal plan with tons of restrictions. He actually didn't eat carbs. His meal plan did not include carbs of any sorts, and he restricted carbs for 2 months. So he went 2 months without eating carbs. So pretty crazy. He said it wasn't fun. Okay, it never is fun when you cut carbs out of your diet, but unfortunately, that is the price you have to pay if you want that Baywatch body. Now, in addition to that, I think one really important component to what he did was he actually eliminated processed foods from his diet. Or I should say he really eliminated them as much as possible. So he stayed away from processed foods. So a lot of the junk foods you see, a lot of foods with like artificial flavors, artificial colors, all that stuff. He stayed away from all those processed foods. He ate mainly organic. He says he's a firm believer when it comes to eating organic foods, and says that it's really important that you really isolate where your food is coming from. So he was able to get a hold of just really good quality food and just eat really clean. And I definitely think that's important because just in general, one of the reasons why we're getting more and more sick and more fat and unhealthy in society is because we're eating tons of this junk and tons of this processed food. Not to say that, having some processed food once in a while is, it's not bad, but, again, if you want the Baywatch body, that's what you got to do. So in terms of working out, in terms of exercise, Zac Efron says that he's never worked harder. He's never physically worked harder than for his role for Baywatch. This was the hardest that he's physically ever had to work. And he admits that 5 years ago, he filmed the movie The Lucky One where he played a Marine. And for that particular role, he had to put on a lot of size. It was all about putting on size. He trained with Navy SEALs. He did a lot of training with Navy SEALs, but doing that intense type strength-based and size-based training, he said it really took a toll on his body and caused him a lot of injuries and so on and so forth. So since then, he's sort of changed things around and he's sort of evolved. And one thing that I kind of picked up from Zac Efron that was a little surprising was that he's got a really good philosophy when it comes to workouts. He says that he's always constantly evolving and constantly changing depending on the roles that he's playing. And he admits that essentially the more you learn about workouts and dieting and so on and so forth, the more your workouts tend to change, and he sort of evolved. Now, with his more recent workouts, he's included more plyometrics, more isometrics, even more cardio. He says the cardio is great for you, especially for his role in Baywatch, where he had to walk around and run around a lot. And specifically for his role with Baywatch, he actually worked with a trainer, and they divided up his workouts into a 3-day split. So meaning he would focus on a group of muscles on each of those 3 days. So one day he would just focus on back exercises and bicep exercises. On another day, he would just focus on legs. And then on the third day, he would focus on shoulders, chest, and arms. So again, one day, back and biceps. Another day, legs. And another day, shoulders, chest, and arms. So one thing to consider too, if you want to split up your days like that, that could be something that might be very beneficial to you in terms of isolating the muscles and making it a lot easier for you and a lot easier for your body. Another thing that he implemented in his workouts too were doing supersets. So with a lot of these workouts, you do supersets, meaning you do one exercise and then immediately go to another exercise with no rest in between. So that helped with some of his muscle development and getting just super ripped. And another thing too is that in a lot of his exercises he included explosive type movements, which helped with his overall training, his speed, his agility, power, so on and so forth. And just through his diet, through his exercise, through his consistency, some sources say that he got as low as 5% body fat even, which, you know, it doesn't surprise me when you see like how jacked and how ripped he is in a lot of these videos and a lot of these pictures. Also keep in mind too, and Zac Efron admits this, I saw it in a video, that they do a lot of pumping up on set, right? So they do a lot of the Arnold pumping up, which means they exercise on set right before a shoot so that they can look as physically fit as possible. So Zac Efron admits that everyone does it, everyone in Hollywood, everyone in the industry does it. So you shouldn't feel bad. You know, Zac Efron, I'm sure he doesn't look that amazing like all the time, 24/7. So you shouldn't necessarily have that expectation, but obviously, you know, he still looks good, right? Even if he doesn't look that way 24/7, obviously having somewhat, I guess it should give you some realistic expectations in terms of what to shoot for, right? So just know that even having a perfectly sculpted body, it takes work. And even after all that work, to look perfect on camera, on set, there's still some additional work that they got to do on set. So you shouldn't feel bad if you don't look like Zac Efron all the time. Anyways, hopefully that's helped, guys. Hopefully that gave you a very straightforward, honest, shockingly honest, easy answer as to how Zac Efron got super ripped for his roles. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Let me know your thoughts about Zac Efron and some of his methods, some of his philosophies. Also down below, pinned at the top of the comment section, there is a link that goes to the Crazy Bulk website where you can get a lot of really cool bodybuilding supplements, weight loss supplements, a lot of supplements that'll get you super ripped and super jacked like Zac Efron. Feel free to click that link below if you're interested in supplementation and all that stuff. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. And as always, sup it up.